What's up everybody, and thank you for joining me for another video. My name is Whack4863, but you can call me Whack. In today's video, I want to show you the boss or the enemy that you may have missed in the beginning of the game. So this is right after you pick up your different weapons. So what you're going to want to do is head to a specific area, and I'm going to show you that area. Now you can actually go back once you unlock the teleportation, or at least you get ice unlocked as a enchantment. Either one of those things will allow you to get back to this section. Now I do recommend going through and killing all the smaller enemies that are in this area just to gain some levels before going and attacking this boss, because it is a boss. So you are going to want to have a little bit of power before you go and face him. Now I don't go and face the crocodile. I will clear all of these guys out. I'll also show you where the squirrel is, where you can gain 1 extra attribute point, and that's going to be right up here. I do also recommend going and doing that before heading out to fight this boss. And you can find this squirrel before coming to this area, but I do recommend waiting until you get to this tree that you can knock down, because he does climb these steps and it does make it very difficult to actually defeat him if he makes it up here without having this tree knocked down. So there's the little squirrel down there. You're going to want to defeat him. That way he drops the elixir that's going to give you the additional attribute point. Now for this build, I am using the staff and the bracelets, and I'm putting all of my attribute points early on into attack. I'm not putting any points into health, and I'm not putting any points into magic. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to show you how to get back to where you fight this boss. And what you're going to want to do, don't go down where the crocodile is. You're going to want to head the opposite direction. And what you're going to see is the bridge that you crossed. It's just the log right here that you crossed earlier on. You actually want to drop down here. There are some enemies down below that you can fight. And once you get down here, you're going to follow a path that's going to lead you to this hidden boss. You will also need to come down here if you're trying to get all of the items and the documents for this area of the game. This is one of the areas that you'll need to come to find all those things. But once you have these guys dispatched, you're just simply going to follow the path that's already there. There's really only one way to go for a little bit here, so just continue to follow along with that. There are a few more enemies that come up right here, and then we're into the section where there is going to be a split in the road, a fork in the road, and you'll want to make sure that you head the proper direction. This area right here is actually a really good area if you're trying to continue to level up, because while the guy is in his protective shell there, it will continue to call other enemies into this area. So if you're trying to level up to beat Bion, like I showed you in my previous video, this may be an area where you want to camp out and have him continue to call in enemies for you to kill for experience. Now's a good time to set your attribute and talent points before moving on, because the next section is where you're going to face the boss. You're simply going to run around the fireweed there and follow the path until you find this guy here, and this is the boss that you are looking for. Now when you defeat this boss, he's going to drop a fire concentrate for you. That is your prize, in addition to the experience points that he's going to give you and the ability to continue to level up. He really isn't that difficult of a boss once you figure out his attack patterns and how to handle him. So he has these 3 charges that he does across the entire area, and as long as you can avoid those, you're in the clear there. Additionally, if he finds you close to him, what he's going to try to do is rear his head and give you a gnarly headbutt. You just need to make sure you roll out of the way of that. Additionally, he will shoot fire across this entire area in a couple of different ways. One way that he does that is by a single stream of fire that sweeps across the entirety of the area. The second way that he does that is he will spit flames directly at you and try to follow you with those flames. As long as you stay a good distance away, they don't reach across the entire area. All in all, that's pretty much it for his attacks. Just continue to damage him when you're a safe distance, and as you can see there, he does drop that fire concentrate when you defeat him. Like I said, even if you miss this boss early on, you can go back and fight him once you have fast travel open, and you could just come right to the fountain and head down to this location. Let me know in the comment section below if you happen to find this guy without seeing this video. I'd like to thank all my YouTube members for your continued support. Y'all are absolute legends. If you'd like to become a legend, there's a button that says join on this page. Click that for details. There's 2 videos on the screen. Click one of those to watch next, and I'll meet you over there.